In the last video, I showed you our beautiful Riyadh explored the streets of the old Medina while visiting museums, palaces, and historical monuments. So this video is a part 2 of the things we did in Marrakech. My mom is currently making argan oil. And these ladies are showing her how to do it. It's almost like you have to churn it like butter. And then it comes down that spout, but you have to take out the chunks and put them back in on the top and grind them down a little bit more. So we are currently on a tour to see the Atlas Mountains and a few valleys, and we're gonna visit some Berber villages. I think it's the name of a tribe in here in Morocco. And oh, my mom just mentioned that Berber language, the original language, became the official 4th language of Morocco. So the first stop was a Argan cooperative. So you actually get to see how argan oil is made, and they sell a bunch of argan oil products, like 100% pure, which is really hard to find in Canada. Usually argan is an ingredient in cosmetics, but just a small ingredient, whereas the products that we bought were 100% argan, so that's really hard to find. I got a serum for under the eyes to get rid of dark circles. We are currently at a viewing point to see the desert. So there's many different kinds of deserts in Morocco. This is the rocky desert, so it's not the soft sand we're used to seeing in pictures, but it's still super nice, like look at the background. And then just behind me, those are the Atlas Mountains. Our next stop is actually riding camels, which is the part I've been looking forward to the most here in Morocco. And we're gonna actually do it in this background, in this scenery. So it's gonna be gorgeous. And they give us traditional, I think, headdresses, like scarves for our heads. And then they'll give us a jalaba, which is like a long tunic to ride on the camels.
black pepper, ginger in powder because we don't find the fresh one because it's too hot. So the morning are fresh. The evening ginger. A half teaspoon of ginger. A little bit more. Nice. 1 teaspoon of turmeric. The 4 spices all the time. That's nice. It's fast. Instead of peel and then chop, and it's also better. And then we can preserve.
Oh, you use
preserve. So this is what we have. We cut the lemon in half. 1 teaspoon of salt inside each lemon. Lose the lemon and then inside the jar. The jar has to be full with lemon. As much as we can stuff the jar with it will be better because we let the air come out from the jar with this way.
Is it always using all of it?
All of it. You mean the meat? You mean the
You
pulp?
also use this one?
We use the whole thing, yes.
Okay.
The pulp is strong, but the skin is stronger in taste. If you have time, make this marinade for 1-2 hours and then cook it. Much better flavors and the meat will be more tender in texture.
I've always been marinated.
Yes. At first, all the time in the bar.
That's why the sauce is so good and you dip your bread in it.
Because it's very a little bit it's caramelized, give more taste. Now we take the pieces on top of the chicken on top of the onion, on the middle of the chicken. The bones down. The bones down. It's just to serve a nice tagine after. So they're not on the other side.
Their selling product. That's the king.
So we just did a traditional Moroccan hammam, and so we're currently here now. We just finished, so I just got out of my massage. She came out a few minutes later, hence why she still has the robe.
Show her the pancakes.
But I'll go more into detail about what a hammam is and the whole process once I'm in our hotel room, because here it's quiet. We have to speak very quietly. So I'll see you guys there and I'll explain everything. So see this barrel filled with used robes? My robe was way at the bottom here. I left my hair clips and bobby pins and hair elastic in my pocket, and I don't have many here in Morocco because I only brought a bunch. So I'm desperate, so I went to the bottom and I got it. And luckily I looked right in the exact robe I used, which is the second from the bottom. I'm so lucky I remember. And now I've left this in a mess, so let's leave. So I apologize for the bad lighting, but I'm back in my hotel room and I'm just gonna explain what the hammam experience was like. So when we got to, it was a spa facility that we went to. So there's 2 types of hammams. There's the hammam that you can go to, that's like the public hammam, which is what regular Moroccans go to. And it's very, very cheap. You essentially bring all your supplies with you, like your soap, your scrub, and then you can just use the hammam facility. Whereas the one that we did was, it's a spa place that tourists pay for to go, because we don't know how to do the hammam, so someone else has to do it for us. So basically we got there, they take us into a changing room and they give us robes, slippers, and then we have to take off all of our clothes and wear like these disposable paper underwear, because you're essentially pretty much naked for the hammam. And this treatment is not for everybody if you're not comfortable being nude in front of another stranger. So
when we finally got undressed and got our robes on, we went upstairs, and the first stop is the hot room, the hammam essentially. So you go in, you have a lady there that will do the treatment for you. You lay down on this mat in the little hot room, and you're laying there for 15 minutes, just getting your skin all dewy and warm and have a good sweat before the lady comes in. So when the lady comes in, there's like a water basin in the middle of the hot room. So she takes the warm water and kind of like hoses you down with a little bucket. So she'll scoop water and pour it all over you. And then she did my mom. My mom and I shared like the rooms, but we had the room privately to ourselves. So there's no other strangers who also paid for the hammam, like watching this happen to you. You have the room to yourself with your group. And so then they apply the black soap. So very key component of the hammam, the black soap. We went to an Argan oil cooperative a few days ago. So they actually showed us where black soap comes from. So argan oil, when you extract the oil from the argan, what's left over is like the fibrous like residue, and it's very thick and very dark brown, and then they use that to make the black soap. So they wash you down with that, and then she hoses you down with the water again, and then you lay down. She takes an exfoliating mitt, a very abrasive one, and she literally scrubs you down from head to toe, front and back, and it's not gentle. This is a big caution. This is not gentle. It's very abrasive scrubbing. Like, I think she removed the entire superficial skin layer of my body. There was no dead skin cell left. Like, it was, at some parts it was quite painful. So when she got to the back of my knees, it was quite sensitive there. So I told her, like, can you just lighten up a little bit there? It's so sensitive. And she was totally fine to do that. So as long as you tell them what your pain threshold is, like if there's a certain area that's more sensitive than other, then let them know and they'll lighten up the pressure. And so she did front and back, and then you can just feel your skin peeling off. Like all the excess skin I didn't know I had on my body, that was just dead skin cells. And so it leaves you feeling super smooth when you leave.
So the rest of the footage turned out to be very blurry for some reason, so it didn't make it into the video, but you guys got the gist. After Marrakech, we took a train to Casablanca to meet up with my mom's friend Abdel. We had very little time there as our flight to Canada was the next day, so this is just some footage of our time there. Welcome back. You've reached the end of this video. Sadly, I'm back in Halifax. Landed yesterday with my mom. She left this morning back to her home in New Brunswick. I stay here and I work in 2 hours. Yeah, so I'm basically just like meal prepping over there, getting my life back on track after being away for 2.5 weeks. So it's going to be hard to transition back into the work grind, but it was a nice break and I feel recharged and ready for summer. It's 13 degrees here in Halifax. It's super sunny outside, as you can see. It's super bright in my kitchen. And yeah, just happy to be back. It's exhausting living from a suitcase for almost 3 weeks. Thank you so much for watching and making it to the end of this video. I don't know how long it's gonna be. I'll see when I edit it, but thanks anyways for watching the entire thing. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.